The world sings of an infinite love. How can we fail to care for it?
Laudato Si sounds like a very big word, and it actually means be praised. And it comes from a song. And this song is composed by St. Francis of Assisi. He says, "Be praised, my Lord, through Brother Sun, Sister Moon, Sister Water, Brother Fire, Sister Mother Earth." And here he recognizes that God is our common Father, then all creation is brother and sister. Whether it's a human person, or is it one of the creatures that God created? And if we're able to see as God sees, then we'll love as God loves. The Pope composed this encyclical for the care of our common home, Laudato Si, in 2015, and 8 years after, he wrote an encyclical last year published on the Feast of St. Francis, and he called it Laudate Deum.
Laudato Si was calling us to come out of our comfort zone. And I think all the more Laudato Deum is even calling us further out of that to tell us that there is urgent action needed right now.
We are not just at a stage of climate change, but we are at the brink of our existential threat to life of people in the world, the life of everyone. The loss of biodiversity has impacted livelihoods of communities everywhere in the world, increase in surface temperature throughout the world. The climate crisis today has also created climate refugees.
Cry of the earth is very linked to the cry of the poor. The cry of the earth is when rivers dry up, when there's so much trash. The people living within or below poverty lines, they are our farmers, they are our fishermen, they are people that depend so much on natural resources that are slowly drying up. As Singaporeans, we are actually responsible for a lot of food waste. We are too quick to take plastic things. We don't have a second thought about it. All of that plastic that you see require water to produce, and it's made from a non-renewable resource. So all of that resources that goes into making that plastic, and then what do we do with the plastic after that? We throw it away.
If we allow technology and economy to run our lives, and our wants to run our lives, then the earth cannot sustain all our wants. We will shop for handphones, tablets, computers, clothes, bags, and then the needy people don't have what they need. And yet we who have an excess are not sharing these wonderful things, the gifts. And we're robbing Mother Earth more and more of minerals, of her resources, of water.
To really analyze ourselves, do you really need that huge, expensive item? Because honestly, all of these things that we buy are trying to fill a God-shaped hole. And if you don't have a relationship with the Lord, all of these items come in to fill that space, but they will never fill that space. Because God is the only one who can fill that space in your heart.
Because if I'm not enough, I need a lot of things to have, to own, to possess, so that I think that I have enough, then I am enough. I am enough because God has made me enough. I'm already full of God's love. I don't need any other thing to make me full or fuller. The first thing that we can do is to stop and smell the roses. Just to take a break and to be. And just to marvel at how harmonious, beautiful, creative, life-giving. In this creating of this life-giving feeling, we're breathing back life into this created world.
For the Singapore Church, once we can link their faith with care for the earth and care for creation, anything you do is an act of love. I led a RCIY group from my parish for a beach cleanup. So what I told them is that I want you to imagine yourself on this beach and really walking alongside the Lord. And really just telling the Lord, like, every piece of this trash that I clean up for my fellow men, I do it for you. I do it because I don't want to spite the gift that you have given me.
Pope Francis says in this document Education in environmental responsibility can encourage ways of acting which directly and significantly affect the world around us, such as avoiding the use of plastic and paper, reducing water consumption, separating rubbish, cooking only when can reasonably be consumed.
We are all interconnected in this world with not just people in Singapore but people globally. So what happens to the marginalized and the poor in society also reflects on us. How are we taking care of them? How are we living our lives so that they are not suffering?
So my dear friends, we are not helpless. We can continue to make a difference, continue the conversation, continue to act together as a community of faith, and to always carry the seed of hope in our hearts that we can change to make this world a better place, so that when we return to God, God will ask us, I've given you a beautiful world, what have you done to it? I hope we're able to say that I've left it a better place.
As one church, let us continue the conversation, act as a community of faith, and nurture a seed of hope that can transform our world into a better place.